So, where we last... or welcome back to Shadows of Gradiriel, rather. Where we last left off. I don't remember exactly where we started, but I sure as fuck remember where we ended. It's been a couple weeks and my brain was elsewhere at the time.
Right.
We wound up venturing north from the town we were in, which was Mork, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah, we largely spent a bit of time in Mork just sort of getting ourselves caught up on things before making our way north to carry out a little side quest that we had picked up at some point to get something, I forget what. Can't
Flower.
be terribly. Right, a type of flower, I remember that part. Just don't remember what specifically for. As we were venturing north and having some general interactions and whatnot, it's a pretty mellow session, all things considered. We eventually came to a stop to camp for the night, wherein Locke pulled out his newly acquired blanket of fortitude, or whatever it's called, which turned out to create a magnificent interior space like the frickin' TARDIS, but made out of pillows. Everything is just pillows. So that was a fantastic little discovery. That night, as he was sleeping, Locke had a weird dream of the inside of some weird, otherworldly, cathedral-like place with rows of books and bookcases, and he was watching it all unfold from the eyes of someone else. As the dream unfolded, said individual emerged onto a balcony to behold the campsite that the party had made, implying that he was right there. In the process, at the same time, in the waking world, this very castle cathedral thing just appeared in front of the group a ways off, and everyone soon assembled to try and figure out what the hell it was. But due to some powerful magics of coercion, I can only assume, the entire party was mentally manipulated into dragging themselves into the interior before the doors swung shut behind us, sealing us in. Following that, we explored a little bit, trying to piece together what we could about this place, and finding a lot of symbolism related to chains and demons and references to dreams in some capacity, before we were eventually approached and confronted by a robed figure with a white porcelain mask whose body was made entirely out of worms. He wanted, apparently, to know where Locke drew his power from and if it would be possible to gain some for himself. And when Locke answered, not directly from me, no, said figure apparently did not much care for the way that answer was delivered, and combat was begun. And that's where we left off. So, Dungeon Master, take it away.
Yes. So prior to that, in Mork, after having revealed her backstory, Silver had a nice little moment outside with Young, who had followed her when she had a nightmare at the beginning of last session and wanted to go.
Oh shit! Yeah, how did I forget that?
Yeah, she wanted to go and attack the darkness, basically.
Okay, come on now.
I am attacking the darkness. That's
Well,
Kingdom Hearts in a nutshell.
You did. That's not what you wanted to do, but you did.
No.
It was much more. It was much more heartwarming than that. I'm sorry. It was a very sweet little scene between Young and Silver to sort of try to make her feel better. And following that, she went back to inside the Mork. And having woke up in the middle of the night and not wanting to go back to sleep, she decided to pretend she was a bartender for a brief bit, which was hilarious and well done.
Oh yeah, it was.
And then following that is when everybody started their trip up north and led to all the various different things that our other person who did our last time described. So,
hi.
Yes, it was a very mellow session. It was a very sweet moment for Young and Silver. And now everyone's going to be getting ready to fight a worm. Hooray!
Yay! We're all gonna die!
Don't do that. So
I always do that.
You always do that.
Yes.
So with that in mind, lo and behold, even though the Roll20 map shows that the first one in the combat is going to be Young, Young. The first one in the combat is not Young because there's more than just the worm guy here.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I think last
no.
we left off as well is that Silver can see shadows moving.
Oh yeah. Silver, she grabbed a book that did weird things to her eyes, and then she now saw that there
And
were
also
shadows.
tasted like death for some reason.
What?
Just taste.
It made you sense and feel as if you were surrounded by death and decay, so much so that you smelled and tasted decay for a brief bit. Cad's getting attacked by a shadow.
Ah!
Yes.
I am on the floor to the north of the altar thingy that the book was on, but I am like back up against the altar, the back of the altar.
Yep.
So I am technically still in the paladin's aura of +4.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're being.
Well,
attacked.
if you're going by like squares, you're like right on the line of squares.
Yes, but it doesn't matter because this is an attack roll, not a save.
I know. I'm just cooing to myself. Don't mind me.
You're also probably not going to get hit because these things don't hit very hard. Boop. Oh, yes you will. Never mind. Critical.
That's
Yeah.
enough. Oh boy.
It's just a flesh wound.
You took a whole critical hit of 2d6, which resulted in 3. 2 and a 1.
After all that talk up, I thought I about actually did lose an arm or something.
Yeah. So it did.
They pointed at my chest, and I looked down gullibly, and then they flicked my nose really critically hard.
Sure.
And what is it exactly that did this?
A shadow shade monster thing.
So it is visible as a solid something. It's just a shadowy something.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is specifically a cold damage, just so that you're aware.
Burr.
Also, Oak's taking it too.
Oh no! Oh no! Another fucking.
And he got crit also. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god!
Maybe I should
For
have done
2 damage.
that.
Yeah, maybe you fucking should have, Silver.
That is an 11 for Oak. Now it is a Yong, who, having seen her adopted brother get smacked by a shade, she's gonna go down here and smack Shade.
Can she punch shadows?
Well,
Does a bear poop in the woods?
technically these things are shadowy and whatnot, but they're not like resistant to. Actually,
They're
They have-
corporeal, but they're shadowy.
yeah, they're corporeal, but
That's
they're shadowy.
Shadowy corporeals.
Yeah,
I was just saying, does she need to have like magic fists?
she would have to have magic fists to be able to strike it any kind of hard, but she will still be able to hit it. And she doesn't care about that because she doesn't worry about that. She was going to get magic items, and then you stole a blanket from a baby.
That's so dumb.
I didn't steal the blanket. Okay,
I know you did.
it was for sale.
That's my favorite nagging inside joke that I wasn't actually there for.
Oh man, that's going out of context.
It would. That'd be great. So she does hit. Hooray! And then flurry of blows, Rock. That's a miss with a natural 1. And that's a hit. Total of
Bang.
17 with the 9 and the 8. Total of 17, which is reduced to 8 because they're resistant to non-magical attacks. And now we have a Locke. Go Locke.
Okay, so seeing that unlikable things have begun happening, let me see here. Let's see here. How far away am I from the dipshit with the mask?
45 feet.
Excellent. I am in range. I would like to cast Enervation on him. Enervation. A tendril of inky darkness reaches out from you, touching a creature you can see within range to drain life from it. The target must make a dexterity saving throw. On a successful save, the target takes 2d8 necrotic damage and the spell ends. On a failed save, the target takes 4d8 necrotic damage, and until the spell ends, you can use your action on each of your turns to automatically deal 4d8 necrotic damage to the target. The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else, if the target is ever outside the spell's range, or if the target has total cover from you. Whenever the spell deals damage to a target, you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage the target takes.
Oh.
Interesting.
So you just gotta stand there grinning at him for a while.
And just to make it a bit harder on him, I'm going to move as close as I can without leaving the sanctuary of the table there, so that I can keep him in range longer. So he needs to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Right.
Fuck.
20.
Yeah. Oh well.
He still takes 10 points of damage.
Yes, he does.
And just visually, can we just say that it appears as just a black whip in Locke's hand that he just yunks at him to just slap him across the face?
Yep.
Yeah,
Or
just-
slap him across his non-existent face.
Yeah, across his mask rather.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
And then, seeing that it did not work quite as intended, Locke is then going to go and duck beneath the duck behind the thing for cover from the guy.
Right.
That was supposed to grab you.
Alrighty. So, with that in mind, even though Cow did before Oak, since he is getting food currently, I'm going ahead and do Oak's turn prior to this, because Oak is going to quickly cast Shield of Faith on. Well, technically he's going to put it on Locke, because he's worried about Locke most of the time. Locke, so you're got an extra AC bonus, because this guy seems to be targeting you.
Oh, okay, cool. My AC is now 16. For however long that lasts.
So, I know that the guy didn't like Locke's answer, but remind me, what was it that he specifically said right before initiative?
When Locke finished it, right before the initiative happened, Locke had said that when asked if he could learn some of his magic, Locke said, "Maybe, but not from me." And then the line was, "Your magic is not your own, then. How quaint. Show me." And then
Gotcha. Okay, so it was the come at me sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. So, yeah, and the worm guy's just sort of standing there
He hasn't had his turn yet.
watching the chain attack. Yeah. Well, something just swung at me, so let's rage and beat the tar out of it. Reckless, double attack at advantage.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Let's do that then.
Unless the first attack falls it, then I'm totally going to charge at the other guy and swing the others.
Okay. So, I rolled a critical hit for you on Envy.
Nice.
That is 27 damage on the first hit.
Nice.
Actually, that's not 27 damage on the first hit. That's 30 damage on the first. 30 damage on the first hit because I forgot the rage prior. So that makes that easier.
Yep.
Game out.
Yeah.
And then you will do second hit. Still on the shadow.
Yes.
24 will hit for your max damage on your normal attack roll from two sixes plus 4, so 16 plus 3 from rage, so 19.
Nice.
Nicely done.
49 damage.
Nicely done, Ragey Cad. Cad goes to raging. His spectral protector things swirl around him, and then swirl around this ghosty specter thing before it just promptly just it's gone.
Yeah.
Oak. Oak cast Shield of Faith. I did that turning out of order. And now we have Wormguy. He is going to take a couple steps down. And,
How does he react to swirling ancestors' magic in front of him? Because I was the closest person to him, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, you're
seems,
closest.
He seems to be watching you very intently, and he sort of coils out the wormy arms and appendages that he uses, and I am making a wisdom saving throw for Cat.
I get a +4. Make sure the checkbox is checked.
That is a 15.
Does luck work on only attacks? I can't remember. Can I lucky that?
Okay, well, he re-rolled a save and he succeeded that time. Lucky.
Yes.
So, it is going to go to Silver. Also, the end of last session ended with Silver potentially having a very terrifying book in her hands that you may or may not decide to use Burning Hands.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, we've found out that it's some sort of wizard spell book, apparently, and for some reason it does not like to go into the bag of holding.
Right. Yep.
Which means it's probably a magical book that has, like, infinite pages. Like a book of magic. I can't remember, there's like a book that's something like it.
It's a very magical book, yes.
It's a library of holding. Or
Ah.
Librum of holding. Librum of holding. There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna
Librum.
cast Misty Step.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna teleport to the other side of him. So everyone else is out of my. Just adds up, you're out of my +4 saves.
But it's okay
So,
because Bjorn and Oak, or Locke and Oak and Bjorn still have a +3 from Bjorn.
Right. Do I see more of what's behind me, by the way?
You technically would, yes.
Okay.
You would see the end of this room up here now. Like that.
Statues. That's ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm still okay. And then I'm just gonna do 2 attacks.
The book.
Minus the flame because she didn't let. Ah, shit. She still has the book in her hand. Damn it! And she's holding a shield. And I was like, do I drop the shield and just go for the sword?
Did drop the book.
I don't want to drop the book.
Use the book as your shield.
No.
I mean, technically, if you dropped your shield, you would be sort of using your book as a shield. It just can't work as a shield. So. You would, at that point, you would have your book in the hand that you normally carry your shield in. So.
Well, she would been like holding her shield when she walked in, and used her sword hand to pick up the book, because the sword can go in the sheath. So she's gonna be dropping her shield and drawing her sword.
Yes.
So it's not gonna have the fire damage on it.
Right. You haven't had that turned on yet.
No.
Okay.
So her AC drops to 16 instead of 18.
Okay. Make your attack swing.
14.
No, 14 does not hit.
That is critical failure.
That is a critical failure. Luckily, there's no one there nearby for you to smack it accidentally.
Alright.
So yeah. Doing anything else with your turn? Do you still technically have movement? You haven't used any of your actual movement.
No, I'm staying right here.
Okay. Bjorn.
So I'm gonna run down and smack the shadow guy, see if I can't get rid of him with my 2 attacks. And any attack I land this turn, I'll be adding the divine smite onto.
Okay.
No.
18 will most definitely hit, yes.
10 slashing for that. And I also said I was gonna do divine smite.
So 10 slashing, and then 11 from Radiant.
Oh.
And
Still on his feet?
He is still on his feet, and you have your second attack that already did hit, so go ahead and click the longsword of warning again.
Not as good. And this will do divine smite again, but this time we'll just do it as a straight 2d8.
2d8s. Okay.
Save my other big spell slot for the big guy. Oh, that wasn't beautiful.
Okay, so 10, 15... Yeah, okay, so you smack, your sword flashes with radiant energy, this shadowy creature thingy screeches super loud. It does not like bright light, radiant light damage thing. Ow. And, in a nice piercing scream, it go poof. Congratulations. Bye-bye, shadow thing.
Oh, yes. Bjorn is going to let out a victorious whooping sound.
Of course he is.
He's very pleased.
Uh-huh. Alright. So, Young just sort of...
Cat chimes in with a war toot.
Young sees that Silver had teleported back that way, and she's... I guess we're attacking this thing head on. At least most of you guys got rid of the shadows.
There's probably still more shadows.
Did Silver actually say that from way over there?
No.
Okay. So, Young, run all the way the heck up here. Because bonus action rogue dash. Also,
Nice.
also she could technically do fleet of, what is it?
Step of the wind.
Step of the wind, but that costs a key point, and dash doesn't because she's a rogue. So, she's going way up here. The shadow appears and is going to attack a Bjorn.
Oh no.
Bjorn does not approve of that.
No. Does a 20 hit you, Bjorn?
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it do.
Alrighty.
Tell me what we got.
2 cold damage is what we got.
Ah, shoot. Don't know if Bjorn's gonna live.
Yeah, exactly. Locke.
Alright.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright. Well, kind of wanted to see a little bit more of what this guy can do before I go expending my last spell slot. So I'm just going to yunk a couple of Eldritch Blasts at the mask guy, since I'm pretty sure everyone else has the shadow handled for the moment, and this guy's after me, and I don't like that, so, yeah. A couple of Eldritch Blasts going his way.
20 will definitely hit, as will a 26.
Alright. So that is 11 and 8 points of damage, so 19 damage. I'll just blast him twice with that.
Alrighty. Okay. Gonna do anything else with your turn?
I mean, I'm gonna sort of shuffle this way a little bit, just to sort of like try and like make sure there's stuff between me and the worm guy.
Okay.
Like, I blasted him in the face, but I still don't like him, and I still don't trust being anywhere near him. So I'm trying to keep at least some cover between us. So like I shuffle to the side and then duck down and take cover.
Okay. Following that, Bjorn, there's another shadow over there.
Oh, dear lord.
Yep.
It's starting to feel very alarming.
23.
Yeah, that gets me alright.
I think I finally figured out what's going on.
Right.
Last session, Silver attacked the darkness. This session, the darkness attacks back. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yes. Alright.
So there are no other immediate threats in my immediate vicinity.
No. None other than the shadow, the worm guy thing above you.
So I charge up to Worm Guy and smacka.
Alrighty. MB attack for our advantage because reckless. 24 will hit. 13. 21 will hit. For 10 more. So 23 total. It is to Oak. Oak does not like all these shadow thingies around him currently. So he is going to, seeing as how radiant energy seems to do quite a bit of damage to these things, he is going to do a guiding bolt to the one that's right in front of his face, which would technically have disadvantage because it's a ranged attack and it's right there. So I don't have the spell on my thing. So yeah, it's too close to him and he's too messed up, so with having disadvantage for it being a ranged attack, he missed. It is to the worm guy. He has a silver behind him and a cad in front of him, with spectral things all around him. So he is going to. Yeah, he's more worried about this big, huge elephant guy in front of him, and seeing as how Silver didn't hit him.
Silver just kind of plopped down behind. Was like, "Oh shit! I forgot to put down the book."
No, I don't think it was that bad. She tried to smack him, but she missed. She had a slight difficulty juggling the fact that she wanted to keep a hold of the book.
That's fine because
so
he's so interested in magic power. How about I give him some?
yeah, you could. Thankfully, this guy does not have the greatest attack roll, but he has advantage against an elephant man. Which crit?
Oh no! Cad, buddy.
Alright.
You're just
So-
getting critted on.
Yeah, he is.
This will be on the edge, or not 1, 2 is crit. And it is classified as bludgeoning, technically. So you would have resistance because rage. So crit deals a 7 damage to a cad. And then Cad is going to have to make a fortitude save. Or a constitution save, rather. Sorry. Which he makes. Okay. Alrighty. It is to a silver.
Cad, do you trust me in your ragingness?
I mean, I probably would. I mean, I think that I see all of you guys as my companions.
Yes.
Right, okay. She's gonna put her hand forward.
Okay.
This is gonna be stupid shit going on here.
Does she get me to high five her through the villain?
No!
Okay.
No.
But you're gonna get a bit cold. She sticks her hand forward that has the book in it.
Okay.
And she's going to, at level 3, cast Agonizer Scorcher at level 3, and she will spend a sorcery point to change it from fire to cold.
Alrighty then. Because she can do that.
Actually, no, not changing it to cold. She spent 2 points to quicken it since it's an action. So it's a bonus action.
Right.
So they need to make a dexterity save.
Okay. 16.
Okay, he takes half damage. Cad's in a line.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Cad's rolling a dexterity.
What am I rolling?
You need to roll a dexterity save.
Which you get advantage on because danger sense. even though it is technically from an ally. But he's fine.
So, anyone in this 30-foot line. So, okay.
And that is
okay.
gonna...
So that was just my bonus action.
Right. That is a
Now her
total-
turn card.
That is a total of 17 damage.
Yes. At first. How's the book looking?
Roll for me, if you would. I know you don't have proficiency in it, but roll for me Arcana.
Shit. 2.
Well,
Nice.
Wow, magic exists.
No. The book looks a little frosted over, otherwise fine.
It's not frosted over, it's crisp.
It's fire.
I changed it to quicken. Now she's going to attack with her 2 normal attacks.
Yes, you go ahead and do that.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 will miss.
Oh, damn it. How about a 21? A 21 has to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay, they take 7 damage.
Alrighty.
And then she's going to add a smite on top of it.
Okay.
Let's overpower. And she's going to waste another 3rd level spell slot for this. So it is 4d8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is he undead?
He is not.
Damn it. Okay.
Is he a fiend?
He is a monstrosity.
Okay.
Technically.
Is he targetable?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
obviously.
And then 14 holy damage on top of it.
Alrighty. So, it is now to a Bjorn.
All right. Remind me, of these 2 that attacked me, which one hit me the second time round?
The one below you. This one down here. Sorry. This one here.
He hit me harder, so I'm gonna hit him specifically.
Uh-huh.
Seems fair.
Yeah. Ready. Oh. So, first attack.
18 will hit.
Oh, looks good. We'll do that. And I'll also hit him with a 2nd level Divine Smite, which should do that.
Yeah. If you want to spend your 2nd attack on the other one, you totally can, because that one's gone.
Is he truly? This pleases me greatly. Yeah, I'll use my 2nd attack to hit the other guy. Absolutely. That's twice as much revenge as I was hoping for this turn.
You missed that one, though.
That is unfortunate. Can I do a bonus action to flip him off as my turn ends?
Sure.
Alright, then that's what we're doing.
Alrighty then. Okay, so it is now to a Young. She is going to. Does she have movement to get up here and still have stuff to attack? Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, so she is going to come up here and she is going to smack a worm guy. So, unfortunately, against worm guy, 17 will miss. Floor your blows, Gerard. 17 again. That'll hit. For 9. Alrighty. So, it is now the Shadow's turn. Yay. It's attacking a Bjorn and missed. Horribly.
Yep.
Locke.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's see here. I'm gonna roll a d2 really quick. Okay. I'm going to keep my focus on the worm guy.
Okay.
Although, let's see here.
These shadows guys don't seem too bad.
Gonna go ahead and park myself right there. Can I shoot at the masked guy from there without hitting my friends?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to try enervation again.
Okay. So that is a dexterity save, right?
Yep, DC 15.
24.
Fucking. And I'll just like slap his wrist with the whip and then shout, "Let me grab you, damn it!" And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Cad.
I'm going to deploy a new age of strategy. Will a 19 hit?
Yes, 19 will hit him. Alrighty.
Then I'm going to wow everyone with something unexpected.
19 will hit him. That's exactly the same roll.
I told you I was going to wow you with something unexpected, and I'm not.
Smartass.
Oak. So. Let's see. Oak is going to. He doesn't want to. And he's going to take the. He sort of looks at Bjorn and is like, "You got these shadows, right? They're not too terribly difficult. I think it'll be more beneficial if I try to smack big guy over there."
I got this.
Okay. So, Oak is going to take the disengage action and go over here.
Alrighty.
It is to Worm Guy. Yes. So.
No. I deny. I deny you. No.
It is the Worm Guy's turn. How
But no. No, I
Um,
deny you.
No. Okay, he does not. Next.
What's going to happen here? The Worm Guy, he's sort of going to look to the three that's surrounding him. He has a dwarf that just appeared to try to smack him, an elephant that is raging and sort of frothing at the mouth, and he is going to sort of look between the three of you, and in his
Realize his mistakes and run away?
no, in his cacophony of voices that he's got going on, because you know he has weird echoey cacophony of voices and whatnot. He is going to simply say,
I beg your pardon?
Detention?
Did he just say?
yes. And he is going to.
Did we
jump-
just get schooled?
He is going to, first of all, first part of his turn, he is going to use a handy-dandy ability called Benign Teleportation, which is going to allow him to switch places with an ally that just so happens to be over there.
Oh.
And when he does that, as once he disappears, a something like a 20-foot box that 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, something like it's 20 feet on each side. So someone help me make a 20-foot box.
20-foot
That's not a 20 foot.
I know it's a little long.
It's 4 square by 4 square.
So there we go. Yeah.
Yep.
That,
Pretty much that. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And he
You're
is
welcome.
going to place a 20-foot box cage around those three up there and that shadow, and he appears over here. And that is his turn. And it is now that shadow's turn, who's going to smack an elephant. Look right here. Has advantage because rage. Does a 17 hit Cad?
It does that, unless I want to let him hit me because I feel like he's pretty pitiful.
You're raging. So.
It's fine. No, I'm too good.
Okay. Silver.
Fine. I will take a 5-foot step that way. Can I poke the barrier real quick?
Sure. Seems solid.
Can I see through it?
You can see through it. You're in basically a jail cell box that you can see through because the bars are a decent width apart for you to be able to see through.
Oh, that's fine, 'cause that doesn't matter. Misty Step again.
Misty Step?
Yes.
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
25. You're out.
Good.
Where you
I'm
going?
gonna appear right next to him.
30 feet to get over there to him?
Yeah, it'd be like, sup, bitch.
Okay. Nice.
So, at this point, I will drop. Misty Step is an action, or is it a bonus action?
Bonus action for Misty Step.
Okay, yeah. She's just gonna drop the book and take her longsword into 2 hands, so now it's versatile.
Mm-hmm.
She deals 1d8 damage, 1d10 damage instead of 1d8, and she's gonna attack him.
Yep, roll your attack. 16 misses. 18 just barely misses.
Oh my god!
Fucker's got a high armor class. Holy shit.
His armor class is 19.
Oh hey, it's like if he has any like magic robe armor, we're gonna give that to you, Locke.
Assuming it doesn't just turn into tar when he dies.
Good point.
Which, probably will. That's how this spooky, evil shit works. Everything turns into fucking tar when it dies because
What
nothing can
happens
be
when-
simple or convenient in this damn world.
What happens when Silver drops the book?
Yeah, that's a good point. So, you drop
Does
the
everything
book-
randomly smell and taste life for a moment?
No. So Silver, do you drop the book out here, or do you drop the book? Where do you drop the book?
Oh,
Outside where you are?
she dropped the book out here,
Okay.
out of the box.
Right. So you drop the book. The book sort of clatters against the ground slightly, and then promptly just sort of blinks and reappears over here on the altar where it was.
Interesting.
So with that in mind, Bjorn, there's another shadow over there.
Oh my lordy
Get out of
loo.
the shadows.
18 hit you?
Yeah.
1 damage. 1 damage.
Shit.
One.
It's your turn, Bjorn.
1. Alright, well that dude up north of me is I'm gonna attack first.
16 will hit it.
We'll do another 2nd level Divine Smite on him.
Okay.
So that's 18 for that.
Okay.
Alright, 2nd attack.
21 will hit, sure.
I hope so.
Yep.
11 points.
No divine smite needed, it's gone.
Beautiful. Save it for his buddy. Except that'll have to be next turn.
Yep.
Because that was my 2nd. Alright. So I'll turn and square off with the next guy. Yell, keep 'em coming!
Young, who is currently trapped in a box, is, sort of sees Silver as she disappears and phases out of the box. And she's, I really wish Silver would have not just disappeared. Yeah. She's going to punch a shadow. Because she certainly doesn't want to be trapped in here, trapped inside of a box with an elephant and a shadow. The elephant's fine. The shadow, not so much.
Punch.
20 will definitely hit. Okay. And then Flurry of Blows are 10 misses. 20 hits. She cannot deal near as much damage to this thing as Bjorn can, because Bjorn does not. Bjorn has a magic weapon. She does not. So, Locke, what you doing?
Well, seeing Senior L Wormface suddenly appear not far away, and Silver follows soon after, Locke is gonna go "Ah!" and Eldritch Blast him a couple times. Like one of his greatest fears is people following him. All right, chasing him.
You missed.
Locke is going to loudly exclaim, "Fuck!" and work himself right there, I think.
Alrighty.
Another 10 feet that way.
Okay.
No,
Cad.
Okay.
So, the KG box thing that we're in is 20 by 20. How tall is it?
It is.
Is it 20 by 20 cube?
It is a 20 foot by 20 foot cube, basically.
So it's probably the same height of 20 feet.
Yeah, it would have to be a cube.
That's what I was.
It's technically not a cube in the full strictest sense because it's only 10 feet high. So it's 20 feet by 20 feet across, but only 10 feet high.
So it does have a height.
Yep.
So it's a lie. Understood.
Eh,
So, what is the floor of the cage, or is the entire structure just bars with gaps in them going around?
pretty much bars and gaps all the way around it.
So, the mental image that went through my mind is a hamster in the hamster ball that can explore your house. Cad's the hamster.
I mean, you have a shadow still in here with you, but yeah.
I mean, they've been going down pretty easily.
True.
I think that I would probably be focused on the worm guy who just disappeared, and Silver who went to follow. Can I, like, move towards the lower left corner of the KG thing and attack / try and topple it in that direction?
Sure.
If I'm able to break out, that would be preferred. But, yeah. So, what am I doing?
Let's see.
Like, basically, he is trying to beeline for bad over here.
Right.
The cage isn't going to stop him.
Well, you could go ahead and roll a strength check to try to barrel through the cage, but I will warn you, as a DM to player, the cage cannot be escaped via non-magical means. So, Cad is unfortunately kind of stuck, but Cad's not necessarily going to know that.
But I could theoretically topple it over without escaping it.
True. You could roll the whole thing.
So I'm going to attack, not knowing that I can't get out. And if that accomplishes rolling it in that direction and flinging the other people inside, then oops. So you said that was strength?
Yeah, roll strength, which would be advantage because rage. It is a rather heavy magical box. It sort of does that of hitting and trying to push through metal, and yeah, it's not really gonna go much anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Disgruntling.
Oak sees.
Wait, is it a force gauge?
It is a force gauge.
It says in an immobile.
Is it immobile?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it is technically quote unquote invisible, but I was sort of eliminating that to imply that there's a cage. So
I just like it's like just these walls just going wobbly, wobbly, wobbly each
Yes.
time you try to hit it.
So more accurately, Cad probably tried to charge through to get to Silver and hit an invisible barrier.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds alright.
Oak,
Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly.
wibbly wibbly wibbly. Yes. Oak. He's sort of gonna call to Silver. Okay, I know he can teleport and do crazy things with those shadows, clearly, and you can teleport. I hope you got a good chunk of those teleports left, if needed. And Oak is going to launch thingy thing.
Thingy thing?
The thing he doesn't do very often, but is probably one of his best spells ever. That. Come on. There it is. That. Spike growth. And and he is going to put it over here. And Silver's just going to be on the cusp of it because he's going to put it outside of not being able to hit her. And he is attempting to hide, to trap all these worms in a thicket of vines. 2d4 piercing damage while he is stuck in here. Total full damage. Nice. Yay. Okay, so yeah. He sort of sees this magic thicket of vines and other things centering around him. He doesn't seem to be too terribly worried about that. And he sort of looks up. There would be a smile if he had a face to smile with, but he does not. He looks up towards Locke, reaches out with his hands, and the exact same circle you just made, Locke, put it centering on you.
Oh no.
Except in this guy's case, he's not doing spike growth, he's doing black tentacles.
Oh! Oh no! Oh, I don't like it. That's my thing. Get your own gimmick.
But thankfully, they don't hurt you right now. They hurt you on your turn.
The tentacles hurt you psychologically.
I don't. That makes it not better.
Shadow is going to
Not better or not worse?
Oh, hush. Shadowy guy is going to attempt to smack at Yang, which he would have disadvantage on. Well, Cad didn't attack him last turn, technically. But he had attacked him. Well, no, Cad's not attacked this Shadow, has he? I don't think he did. So, yeah. Either way, he missed.
Who did he attack?
Yang.
Whenever somebody makes an attack against somebody other than me in range,
Envy.
I get a counterattack.
Yep, counterattack away.
Envy wants to hit, and really wants to hit because luck point.
She craves attention.
She does. That'll hit. Roll your damage.
15.
Alrighty. Oh, Silver, your turn.
Okay, I don't know if that
Oh,
was
and
weird.
by the way, since it's solid and invisible, Cad, where you're at, like, if you're trying to look outside the cage and you're looking down towards everybody else, your vision is now amassed with these tentacles that are smacking at the cage near you.
I imagine when Envy went to attack, I probably spun 180 and I'm probably now facing the
Got it.
shade thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, she's actually finally going to set her sword on fire.
Right.
And she's going to attempt to whack.
Alrighty.
She attempts to whack. I like this plan.
That'll
21?
hit. That'll hit.
Okay, I need to re-roll the base damage with a d10.
Alright, here's your versatile. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright.
What?
You said 8 plus 5, right? 13?
Oh, yes. And then she's gonna whack again. 25! Another 17.
30 damage total. This is the one near Bjorn. Bjorn is getting attacked. Bjorn is
Yep.
taking
That'll do.
1 damage again.
Alright. Alright, guess I'll smack him right back, huh?
That is the thing to do.
I'm fond of
No
it.
miss.
Yeah, better make the second one count then. Doot.
There we go.
That's better. 11
Maybe.
damage. Alright. I'm going to use my last 3rd level spell slot for the Divine Smite this time. So that should give me that many.
Nice. That'll do him in.
Alright, good, because I just used my last big gun for that.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you gonna wait?
Alright.
You still have your turn. Are you going to move?
You know what? Yeah, I'll use the rest of my turn and start heading up over this way towards the fight.
Young is going to attempt to smack a shadow. Thankfully, she leveled up and has another flurry left still. In case. 26 hits. Okay. Flurry roar. Missed. 27. Yay. Okay. So, after all that, the shadow that is in there finally disappears. Yay. Poof. And it is to Locke.
And I'm in the field of tentacles.
Yes, you are. So, I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, goody. Dexterity. I'm actually not bad at that. Because Locke likes to pretend he's a rogue.
But you rolled an 11.
That's an 11. I take it that's not enough.
No. So, you are now counted as restrained.
Oh. Oh, brilliant. What does that do again?
You are wrapped up and trapped in tentacles.
Welcome to hentai.
Your movement,
Yeah,
your movement speed is now 0, and you cannot get out unless you have a strength check or some other means to try to break it. Also, in light of that, Silver, you did hit him prior, yes?
Yes, I did.
It was like in the teens of damage, I believe.
30.
Oh yeah, it was a total of 30, but it was teens damage twice because it was 13 plus 17.
Yes.
Okay. Because he's got to make concentration checks. Hold it up. So that is.
So I has to make above a 10.
Which he did. Okay, good. So, Locke, you are now taking 3d6 bludgeoning damage from the tentacles that have you trapped.
Yuck.
9.
9? Ow. Oh. This just isn't gonna fly. Am I capable of getting out of the restraints? Can I, like, try and fight through them?
You haven't used your action this turn, technically. You're just restrained by them because it happened when your turn started. But you can make either a dexterity based check, a dexterity save, another one, to try to worm your way free.
Then I will make a dexterity save to try and worm my way through, because I don't want to be in this. That's a natural one.
Yep, you're stuck at that.
Locke is just gonna shout, "Fuck!" and hope that gets someone helpful's attention.
Well, hey, you have an elephant friend who's right there above you, and hears you screaming and calling.
But he's also trapped in a bubble he can't break.
He is indeed.
So that does me a fat load of good, doesn't it?
This is true. But Kat, it's your turn. What are you going to try to do, sir?
Can I, like, pull a Flintstones and walk me and the cage in the direction of combat?
Just pick it up.
Sadly, no, because as described from Sam previously, the cage is immobile.
So, elephant pinball, I attack and bounce off of the bars. I mean, I can't break free, I can't get out, so I guess that's my turn.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright. So, Oak.
Help me, magic man.
Well, he can't. He could run to get up there to you, but he wouldn't do a whole lot there when he got there. So he's going to attempt to focus on Batty, and he is going to launch forth his guiding bolt thing again, which will hit. Guiding bolt is... He is scared, so he's going to do guiding bolt at a slightly higher level. 566 damage. 17. Alright. So, at this point, Oak sort of looks, sees that Locke is trapped in tentacles. He sees that Cat is trapped in a cage, and so's Yawn, and he just sort of and yeah, guiding bolt smack into Worm Guy, and he promptly just explodes into a mass of tentacles that will all worm and scurry away into the vine as best they can, in through the vines as best they can, and big guy's gone. Poof.
Yeah, yay! I'm happy about this. Is there anything evil left in the room?
Not that you guys can see, and both the cage and the tentacle go poof.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Everyone all right?
Wait, he's dead?
He's gone. Silver, make a perception check. Yeah, he's gone.
Okay. Yeah, dope.
Uh,
She goes over and picks up her sword. I mean, her shield.
Can we leave now?
I don't know. This
I'm
place is still here.
I'm very eager to not be here with it.
You
Well-
would think if the big bad guy was gone, this one would still be standing. Yes?
I mean, that would make
I
sense. All his magic is gone.
Unless there's something separate from him.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
Anyway, we had a puzzle we had to figure out, correct? Seems like there's 2 phrases.
I mean, there were phrases. I don't know if they made a puzzle.
What was the phrases?
DM, that's your cue to cure us of our ignorance.
Uh-huh. Although I think you did write it down in chat.
I did, but that was 2 weeks ago.
Yes. So, the words, the phrases are, the Lady of the Moon slave must be free, or freed, rather. Lady of the Moon's slave must be freed, and the dream catcher must rise.
Not at all ominous to that, given who we've been dealing with.
Okay. When Silver looks at the shadows, do they look any different? Do they still, like, some of them are moving?
Roll perception.
Oh my god.
Were you expecting the Dungeon Master to make shit easy?
20.
Okay, they don't seem to be moving as best you can tell.
Okay, good. She's gonna go over this way. To this door.
Okay.
She's gonna try it. She's gonna try this door.
So you're going to attempt to unlock, or attempt to open up that door?
And she's gonna test it to see if it's locked.
No, doesn't seem to be locked.
Okay, she's gonna open it.
Alrighty.
Are we sure this is wise?
Yes. This
I
is very
don't believe
wise.
you.
Cat,
I
you come out,
don't
you come
believe
out of,
you.
Rage.
You said I fall out of rage?
Yeah, you're out of rage and everything seems to be fine. You don't see any threats around, and all your friends are going over to this door.
Locke looking quite anxious about it, I might add.
Oh, do we see anything over here? Like, does this open up?
Yes. So, let us do some revealing of the things. You see what appears to be, as best you can tell, Some kind of cafeteria or table of some sort. More candles and candelabras, and you're opening up this door up above?
Yes. Is this a holy school? Is this like a Christian school or something? You got like a cafeteria, and then you got these benches and an altar, and what the fuck?
And he did try to
Kinda
send us to
Christian.
detention earlier, didn't he?
He sent some of us to detention, yes.
So, yeah. It seems likely.
What?
He's
in
got
that
the
room-
school on lockdown.
In that room, door, Silver, you have what appears to be a room with a large statue and a staircase that leads down. And there's a few little pedestals off to the side that appear to be just inert. They're distinctly different than the rest of the floor around the room, but they don't seem to be currently doing anything. You do see some arcane-based calligraphy written on them, but you can't.
Just gonna carefully step around them and go down the stairs.
Okay. I don't have a map for this, but going down. Unfortunately, I don't have a map for these rooms downstairs. But basically, what you come to downstairs. Remember that statement of asking as if this was some sort of a school?
Yeah?
That becomes immediately apparent when you go down the stairs. When you go down the stairs, this is strikingly like some sort of dormitory or student rooms. Rooms and hotels and things that would be akin to like bedrooms and apartments or something of the sort. Except, unlike the rooms upstairs that looked much more clean and magical and arcane in nature, everything down here is ratty and old. And immediately as you make it to the bottom of the steps, you're hit with a wave of that same, though not nearly as strong, a wave of that smell of death and decay that you had before.
Oh,
It's not nearly as bad, but it is down there.
wait, it's not nearly as bad, but it is down here?
Yes, it is down here. The book was decidedly worse than this room is.
Okay, she comes back up.
You're not gonna search the room? You're just gonna come straight back up?
You know what? Fine, yeah, she'll go and search a room. For the investigation, I'm probably gonna get a 1.
Nice.
Oh no, I got a 5.
Okay, yeah. Just a bunch of rooms.
Yeah, so she'll come back.
Although, I will say, with your 5, because there's a lot of these, you do find a manner of, like, bones and skeletons. And they seem to be warped and are not any race that you know of.
Okay. This is, oh gosh. Okay. And she'll come back up.
Okay.
What'd you find down there, Ation?
Rooms with a lot of bodies.
Skeletons in the closet.
Kind of.
Anyway, do we want to go check out that cafeteria looking thing over there?
Where was it again?
Down to the
Just
south.
across the hall. Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, I don't know what else we're supposed to be
Bjorn's
doing
all
right
over
now,
it.
finding a
Well,
way
we gotta
out.
figure out a way out of here, so.
That's what I mean. Okay. Have we tried breaking the windows?
You have not.
I am going to Yunkin Eldritch Blast at one of the windows and pray.
Okay. Roll
Pray
an
and
attack
pray.
How high is the window, by the way?
roll. I mean, typical height for windows and things, although most of the windows and glass that are appear in some of these rooms is above, because it's like the stained glass stuff that you were seeing before. But there are some, though this map doesn't show it, there are some windows on the edges of this room here, so most of it all is still stained glass.
Okay.
So, Locke, you're yucking an Eldritch Blast, roll an attack roll.
Okay. I don't imagine it would be particularly a high AC. Has my AC dropped down back to 14 yet?
Yes, your AC would be down.
Okay, 11.
11 will hit. It's a stationary object. It needed a 10.
Right, I'm adding another Eldritch Blast to the mix, just for extra damage. Double tap.
Yep, 10 will hit.
So 8 and 13 damage to the window.
Shattered stained glass and all sorts of fun.
Ah, cool. Maybe we can get out that way.
Quick, everyone out at once.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Who's coming out the window?
Locke wants to leave with everyone simultaneously, so he's going to leave it be for now if everyone else wants to explore a little bit first.
Well, you have a shattered window and a lot of stained glass over there. Good job. Alright, so Bjorn's looking around in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Um,
Looking around. I'm not expecting to find anything still edible, but you never know.
I love Bjorn's priorities right now.
Had a big fight. He's hungry.
I guess.
So, looking around in the cafeteria, the food here is clearly rotted away, and it's not in any way, shape, or form going to be something that is anywhere near edible. However, the chairs and the tables in the room look perfectly fine.
That's a little strange.
Anyone who
By the chair. They look perfectly fine.
anyone that wants to sort of investigate around this area can go ahead and roll investigate.
Very good at investigation, but I'll give it a try. Oh shit.
5 from me.
21 and a 15. Nice. So with the 21 coming from Bjorn, you spot it first, Bjorn.
Okay.
If looking in and amongst these sort of rotted away meats and things, there is a tiny little silver key.
Oh shit. Friends, look what I found.
Huh?
Wave him over.
What is it?
A key, it seems.
Oh, nice.
Meanwhile, Silver is looking at the rooms down below, yes? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Alright. So, revealing more areas.
Does Kaduril remember if the front door that locked behind us actually had a keyhole?
Roll wisdom if you want. Nope. You can't recall whether or not it had one or not.
I can't remember if keyholes are a myth. Gotcha.
Something like that.
Well, Bjorn is going to collect the key
Alright. Bjorn now has
for
a
the
key.
time being. I'll go add that to my inventory or whatever.
So, Silver, you look down more into the rooms down below, and you see a very massive, very pretty, and intricate library. There are wall-to-wall books. The rooms in here are fairly high because it's just a cathedral, and it's just one of those libraries that you would have had to have one of those ladders that roll and all that. There's a ton of books in here, which, if Locke was to take a look down into this room with you, he would recall that this is the exact library that you saw in your dream prior. Which makes sense because you know that, he was looking at you from a balcony and you were able to see him, and then you came in here, and this seems to be the very same library.
Oh, interesting. In that case, I'm gonna just go and start perusing the shelves with my Eyes of the Runekeeper thing, so I can read the titles.
Books. Who needs books?
I like books. Where
How
books?
fucking dare you?
Don't worry, you have a partner in crime in books.
Are there even books?
Books are down below, Ken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young is going to go with Silver this way.
Sure,
Oak.
let's go over to the other side.
Oak will join the group downstairs at the books.
Whoop.
Alright. So, where's Bjorn going? Is Bjorn going to follow Silver or go down to the books?
Let's see, there's already 3 of us there. Bjorn will fall after Silver for now.
Alrighty. Off to that away. Alright, group at the books. Go ahead to roll me investigation to peruse the library.
Yay, books.
That's pretty much Cad's thought. Yay, books.
With a nat 1, yeah?
What the hell? Why did I get a nat 1 as well? Can one of us give the other advantage because we're helping each other look around?
Sure, yeah, I'll give you that.
I will give Cad advantage because he has the higher investigation. Fucking hell.
So, if
Roll
my 4 counted as 1, 9.
Okay. So, Cad, it's an interesting point, especially for you. This wouldn't really affect Locke very much because he specifically activated Eyes of the Runekeeper when he came in here. But as you're looking through all the different titles, there's all sorts of titles for these books. They're everything from magic books to books about, like, apothecary herbs. There we go. Fine. Books about magic herbs, books about magic creatures, books about magic realms. Everything in here is books about magic something. But what strikes you as interesting is as you go to look at the book titles, the letters of all the book titles, books shift into common that you can read. And would Cad be more comfortable as a person? Would he be more comfortable with the common tongue or his Loxodon tongue, which is something he would feel more accustomed to?
I would say probably Loxodon, though he probably doesn't see it very often.
Okay, then yeah. As that thought comes to your mind, all the books in the room's language shifts to Loxodon.
Hey Locke?
Yeah.
Isn't it strange that a library like this is full of all these Loxodon books?
What?
All the books are in Loxodon.
What language are they appearing to me in?
You have Eyes of the Runekeeper active?
Yep.
With that, then I will jump to the people on the other side. So, Silver, you're on this side. Let's see. You do see the room that's up above here? Yes?
Yep.
We're up that way, but you're going down below. Alrighty. So down below this way, you have what appears to be a hallway.
Sure, she's gonna go down the hallway.
Ready? So, looking around, you have this on this side. It appears to be an open archway, and you can sort of tell just from looking at it that those archways seem to be going to the light from, like, the moonlight and stuff, because it's still nighttime out with the moonlight and stuff. The lighting in those directions is much brighter than, like, the dull dim light of the candelabras and things. And then going back this way, on down more hallway, and then
I'm gonna stop over here and check out this door.
Okay.
Archway.
The map is not going to do this justice because the map is weird, but this what I basically decided that this summed up as is it opens up into an open archway and another hallway that sort of wraps and goes outside. And if you was to follow it and go out, you find a balcony looking outside.
Okay. Well, I'm going back this way. And go down this way.
Down this way, you have what appears to be a room with 4 pedestals and a bunch of different statues.
I see a line drawn.
Yes, the line drawn against the wall is a door. Because the way this map was designed, it didn't have doors on the side of...
Don't stand in the middle of the pedestals.
Something interesting might happen.
Fine, okay.
The sacrifice is ready. Go.
You going to that door? Or what are you looking at here, Silver?
I'm looking at the door.
Yeah.
The door is looking back. Roll initiative.
Roll investigation.
That could happen. Mimics are a thing.
Also, I will point out that the statues in this room that's surrounded by pedestals, yay attention.
Oh my god. I fucking... Yeah, you know what? No, it's a door. She's gonna kick it.
Okay.
That's her thing. It's like, oh, it's a door. Kick.
Alright. So, first, I will point out that these, as I was trying to get out but couldn't, the rooms, or the statues that are on the pedestals here, they all appear to be statues of young people, like, young adult, older teenager, like close to Locke's age even, of various, mostly human, elf, and half-elf. And that's what these statues here all are.
Okay.
So you're going to kick a door.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Strength check?
Yep. So... Okay, Silver. You rolled a strength check. You got a 22. Do me a favor. Roll me a dexterity save.
Oh boy.
Dum-dum.
The door was made of flubber and he flies through the air.
18.
Okay, not bad. So, you describe for me the kick against this door. Is it just like a flat standing kick, or are you sort of jumping and kicking at it like a drop kick? How are you kicking the door? How do you normally kick doors?
She just goes up and, like, plants a foot on it, so... Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't she have to roll... If it's, like, doing, like, forcing her back, wouldn't she have to have, disadvantage because she's on one foot?
I'm sort of giving you a little bit of leeway on that.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you're doing a sort of, as Cad put it there, a sort of "this is Sparta" kick. And as you kick at the door, it launches you backwards, and you're able to keep your balance, but just barely, and the door doesn't budge. Oh, and there's not even investigation or perception check needed. There is a very present flash of magic against the door as that happens.
This
With dispel magic.
Does this door have a keyhole at all by chance?
This door does not.
Okay.
Not that you can see. Well, actually,
Actually,
you rolled investigation. Did you roll investigation?
I have not yet, no.
Roll investigation.
You got it. Here we go.
11. Not too bad. So, when you roll your investigation check of 11, you find a keyhole. You do find a keyhole, and you also find a seal. You find a seal that is decidedly arcane in nature, and this obviously, with everything else that just happened with Silver, screams to you, yeah, this door is magically sealed in some way.
But there is a keyhole.
But there is a keyhole.
Huh. So if I just tried to unlock the door, would that seal take effect then?
You can try it.
I'm gonna try it. Worst it can do is kill me.
The key doesn't fit.
Alright. In that case, probably having Locke take a look at this would be our best bet, yeah?
Probably. There is another door, though, up top.
Check it out.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Young's already up there, magically.
Hi, Young.
Yeah.
I had jumped to the other group, but since they're going up to the other door up top, I will jump back to you. Yes, I had mentioned that to you with your Eyes of the Runekeeper. All the books appeared to be in different languages, like as many languages as you could think of. You could read them all because of Eyes of the Runekeeper, but all the books appeared to be in different languages. However, to Cad, all the books are in Loxodon.
Right. I'll look at Cad with a crooked brow and go, they're in a wide assortment of languages. Is it just your section? And I'll go over and look.
Nope. His section's just like yours.
No, Locke, they're all in Loxodon.
Not to my eyes.
Well, you have pretty funny eyes anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can read basically all writing as long as it's in, an actual language. So...
Hey, come here. What language is this book in? Tell him it's Loxodon, because you don't know what it is.
As you guys are going over that, Oak has been looking at books as well. And he's like, well, from a distance I was looking at him and I thought I saw common, but then as I drew closer it shifted to Elvish?
Huh. So the books... I'm gonna, do my detect magic thing. Glow purple as I look.
Mm-hmm. These books...
I mean, I know everything in here... I know everything in here just sweats magic, but...
Yeah, it does. What's your range on that?
30 feet.
Alright. So...
So basically, all of these books, I can see what magic auras they got coming off of them.
Yeah. It seems to be various, little bit of transmutation, illusion, all the sort of, like, scope of magics that can change things and shift things. It screams, these books are shifty books.
Huh.
But when you do that, with your detect magic, can your detect magic go through walls?
I don't think so. Let me double check what the specific text says. Spells, detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So I can sense it, but I can't necessarily see it unless I focus on it, and it has to not be obscured by too much stuff.
Okay. So there you get mostly the types of magics that focus on illusions and transmutation and things like that can change what things look like. And then you get a faint aura of magic that is not that, and that is instead conjuration that comes from specifically this bookcase right here.
I'm going to step away from that bookcase. And I will point at it and say, I would not touch that one if I were any of you. It's radiating conjuration. I don't want to run the risk that it might summon something to attack us.
We've been attacked with enough stuff as it is, says I.
Yeah, so let's not piss anything else off. Near as I can tell, if I were to crack a guess, these books are enchanted to be readable to anyone, shifting to your preferred language. So Cad's seeing everything in Loxodon, and Oak's seeing everything in Elvish. Interesting. Are any of the book titles standing out to me as particularly noteworthy?
Oak has not rolled a investigation check in this room yet, so he is going to do that. 25.
He sees a book on said bookshelf that says, "Totally not a trap, read me."
So
in every conceivable language all at once.
The Oak sort of wanders down this way. So Now, Locke,
Hmm.
are you the type of person that gets focused on the mission at hand? Are you like the mercenary type? Or basically,
You've known me long. You've known me long enough to know that I tend to prioritize what we're trying to get done.
Yes. So there is a book that, with your current quote-unquote mission, if you ignore a mission of wanting to get out of this building, there is one with your current mission that does sort of call out to you, so to speak. It's a book of Iban flowers. Seeing as how you are looking for a specifically magic flower that resides in Iban, reading stuff through that book may be beneficial.
Okay. I will check that bookshelf vigorously for traps.
Roll investigate.
7.
Doesn't seem to be
Can I ask Cad to help me look so I can get advantage on that?
Oak will help you
Sure.
look if Cad doesn't, so roll it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I draw envy and start poking through the books to help.
7.
Nope. Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Hmm.
Although,
Well,
Oak, with his investigation of 12, he sort of dips down low and he looks under the edges of the books and is like, wait a minute, Locke. I know you said not to mess with this bookcase here, but there seems to be, like, maybe another room or a doorway that's from this bookshelf here. I don't
Do you
know
know
what
a
that's
spell to dispel magic?
I don't, but
Well, then we don't touch it unless everyone else is here and we agree to move it.
okay. Just keep it in
When it
mind,
comes-
I guess.
When it comes to the Iban flowers, I would like to step back approximately 20 feet from that shelf and then use Mage Hand to pluck that book.
I will point out that that book was not on that shelf, but yes, you can do so.
Okay, I'm just being careful in general.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of a spooky cathedral that just appeared out of fucking nowhere. Locke is taking no chances with his precautions when it comes to acquiring shit from this place.
Yep, makes perfect sense. So you mage hand yank a book off the bookshelf, and you have a book of Iban plants.
Okay. Is there anything in here just most likely not, but is there anything in here on like obscure deities or specifically Dahlia herself? I'm seeing if I can arm myself with some more knowledge about our target here, our like big bad overarching enemy in here.
There is a book about the Feywild that is nearby that you spotted with that investigation check before. So
All
if
right.
you want to young can look at that one, you can as well.
Yep, I will take that one as well.
Okay.
All right.
Looking in that one, if you're wanting to look up information on Dahlia or other such things,
I'll do the actual research later. I'm just like lending
keep the
out
books
book
as-
essentially to
Yeah.
read later when we're safe. I don't consider us safe as long as we're in here. So I'm just stocking up on a few things to read like back at the tent.
alrighty.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything else of particular note to me here, and I'd rather not stay longer than we have to, so I vote we go regroup with the others and see if we can't get out through that window I broke.
Sounds like a plan to me. Says Oak.
Okay, let's go find the others.
Alright, so I will sort of move Oak in that general direction so that he's not as far away on my map. And then we go to the others. You have a door.
Door.
This one looks like it has a key on it.
You can roll investigation if you wish.
I don't want to.
I'll try it. All right.
I'll give you
don't want
advantage.
Advantage, huh? All right.
Yep.
Advantage.
21.
There you go.
Alright. So
You see everything about this door.
It's a Mastercraft level 3 lock hole.
Oh shit.
You can make out the initials of the original lock crafter.
Alright. So so with a 21 investigation, you find, similar to the doors that you were looking at down below in the room with all the pedestals, you do find similar sort of seals, although this one looks decidedly a little different and much more arcane than the last one. Perhaps more dangerous, if you was to guess, with an nat 20. But you do find a keyhole.
More dangerous, though. That makes me nervous.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try the key.
Alrighty. Are you going to have any of your friends step back just in case something bad happens with the door?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you're the one that spotted
So,
decided.
should all stand back, just in case this explodes.
Alright. So y'all will step back over here. So we're gonna step back. Not
Nice.
too far? Not too far?
Not too far.
Alright.
Alright, we're doing it.
I'll get a bit from the aura.
So if you sort of test the key a little bit, you're rolling high enough investigation. It takes you a little bit of a second. And key works the door.
Wow,
opens just
needed
fine.
a crit success investigation to realize the key opened the door.
Well, you know,
Nice.
I could have been much more threatening about how I described it, but he rolled a nat 20, so I didn't make it half bad.
Okay.
Alright.
So yeah.
Alright.
You open up the door. Door opens just fine. Locke, you and Oak are probably, you and Cad and Oak are probably making your way around the corner at this point.
Yep.
Because they sort of were investigating the rooms down below while you were in the library.
Hey, we found the library that I saw in my dream. Got a couple books that might be a bit useful in the future. What have you found?
Hallway, going to a balcony, and then a magical door that kicked my ass.
And not the other way
There's
around?
also a way to a balcony, wasn't there?
I just said that.
Yeah, I guess you mentioned that.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so, Bjorn, you open up the door to the room beyond, and you will have the room beyond.
Ooh, that looks neat.
It looks neat. I don't like it.
Oh, it's just a giant chair.
So,
Is that what that is?
so
Silver goes in.
Silver, we kept making all these comparisons to school and other such things.
It's the headmaster's room.
It is indeed.
This is where Dumbledore hangs out.
Or the-
Tumbling door.
Mr. Worms.
Or Mr. Worms. Dumbledore's cousin.
You do see a it is obviously headmaster's office. There is a desk, a nice comfortable looking chair, few candles here and there, and yeah, you want to roll investigation to look around in this room. You can do so.
Sure, I'll give it another try.
Might as well.
10.
9.
And 20. For someone with such a low score in investigation, I'm really good at it.
You're doing pretty good at this point.
You're having fun.
Yeah.
So, you sort of look through the desk a little bit. Again, similar to the various concept of, like, some things were ratty and old and other things look like they were perfectly fine. You sort of skirt your way through a bunch of ratty old papers that have faded ink and other such things on them. There's lots of dust and other such things in this room. You find, Bjorn, since you rolled such high 20, you find one of those little, like, plaques that has, like, headmasters' names and things on it. You sort of wipe away the dust, and it says the following. Written in, oddly enough, common. Headmaster Azalak. And
Alright.
you also find that there is one piece of paper in amongst all the papers that are faded and sort of ratty. There's one piece of paper that appears to be pristine and looks perfectly fine, and it's got something written on it in a language you don't know. But it does seem to be clear and crisp, so that somebody who could read it could read it. You just don't know the language.
Yeah, say, can anyone read this?
I can
sort of hold it up.
anything.
Well, pass it straight to Locke then.
I will read it.
Have
Can I
at
look
it,
over
friend.
his shoulder and see if any of my languages pop up?
Nope, it's not a language you know either.
Okay.
Eyes of the Roomkeeper, Locke.
Yep.
You find that it is written in Gith, the language that was in a large part of the other parts of the structure that you saw before. And it says one very simple phrase or sentence, like a exclamation or a proclamation. I've done it. I've harnessed the heart.
I will read that out loud. It's written in Gith, by the way. What heart?
Wait. Didn't any of these actually ways go up?
None of the stairs.
Isn't like-
Because this was.
The cathedral was tall, but didn't really appear to have an upper floor that you guys have found. It was one of those cathedrals with a really high ceiling.
Right, okay.
Huh.
For some reason, I'm thinking there was like a tower of some sort.
There should have been, but there's not.
Huh.
Anyway, Locke, do you want to go check out this other door?
You mean the one that bested you? Sure.
Can we leave that out?
No. No, we cannot.
Sleep with one eye open.
I already do that. Every night. Sometimes both. We call that insomnia. I don't like it. I'm jittery and I'm nervous and I'm rambling. Can we go?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, everybody's going to make their way down.
To the door.
Locke, you would see the rooms that the pathways and things that lead outside to the balcony and other such things.
Alright.
In this room down this way, you have like weird pedestals in the center of the room. These 4 square blocks here. Going down to the doorway down here. One thing that immediately strikes Locke as interesting, potentially, whereas a lot of the statues in this room were of either like supernatural, like celestial based looking, or like elven looking and older and whatever like that. In this room
They
in
look
particular,
younger, like kids.
yeah, in this room the statues look younger, like your age younger, and they're like elves and half elves and humans.
Do any of them look familiar? At all?
That's a good question.
From like Sevenora specifically.
Roll wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom isn't exactly high. 19.
Let's see. I think maybe some of them might seem a little bit familiar. You went to like an arcane school when you were a kid, like when you were trying
Tried
to.
to.
Tried to.
Tried to. Got chased out, but I tried.
Okay.
Or rather, had to drop out after like the first year because no one would leave me the fuck alone.
Right. Alright, so one of the faces, the more elven faces on some of these pictures, or some of these statues, reminds you a lot of the, like one of the, not like the headmaster or anything like that, but something closer to one of the upper higher power mages that, were like some of your one of your instructors, although this face is much younger.
Right. So, a younger version of one of my instructors?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Locke is just going to stare at that statue for a couple minutes. He's gonna turn on detect magic. Is the statue itself magical?
No. Not the statue directly. The door down below is, as is the pedestals, but the statue's not.
Okay. How lifelike is the statue?
So, the statue does appear to be well crafted. I wouldn't necessarily call it lifelike, but it's fairly well crafted, if very old. So as far as like getting an idea of it being somebody turned to stone or something like that, no. But it is fairly well crafted.
Huh. I don't like this statue. I'm gonna go to the door then.
Alrighty. The door was screaming Arcana energy of various persuasions with your detect magic. If you wish to roll Arcana, you totally can.
Alrighty. I almost never get to roll that, but I have his proficiency. 22.
Alrighty. So, with an Arcana of 22, you find to you at least, the very obvious Arcana inscription, trap, adjuration-based magic seal that can be very easily just sort of, with your high roll of Arcana, you can sort of remove that seal as best you can, sort of like how you had a magic circle that you just sort of broke previously, way back when.
Alright.
And you can just sort of remove the seal, and as you sort of are scraping at it to remove the seal, you hear a like a door unlock.
I will step back about 5 feet and use Mage Hand to try and open the door.
It opens up just fine.
I give Silver a pointed look and then look into the room.
Oh, what? You were able to do it, Mr. Magic Man?
I'm just giving you shit.
Alright.
So friends do. Okay, what do we got? Looking.
Have a room down below here. Boop.
Looks like another office, maybe?
Like a carpet with a something under.
Chair is what it looks like to me.
Well, let the DM tell us.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is what very clearly appears to be an altar. Very similar to the one in the center room upstairs.
Just smaller and made of something not wood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there anything on said altar?
Yes. On said altar, there appears to be it's almost like an orb of some kind. It's sort of not quite circular, but not quite oval either. It's somewhere in the middle, and it has what appears to be coils or wires that are flowing away from it and into the altar down below. And with your, I'm assuming you probably go quickly into your detect magic idea, because this looks very strange.
Oh yeah, I haven't dropped that. That's still going.
There is a high amount of of a sort of somewhere between conjuration and enchantment on this orb thing, and it does appear to be securely put into the altar that it is staying on by some sort of coils, and there's a magic radiating off of the altar itself that appears to be sort of flowing out and dispersing amongst the room.
Huh. Have I ever seen of or read of anything even remotely like this?
Roll Arcana. Sure.
21.
Not recently. Maybe back in your days when you were in Sevenora, you heard stories of like people harnessing magical artifacts in weird ways and other such things. Perhaps this may be something akin to that. I will point out that part of the reason why I gave you that insight like that is you read a piece of paper up above that said, "I've harnessed the heart."
So this is probably the heart then. Okay. Can I tell at all what it's being used to do, where the magic energy is going, what it's trying to achieve, anything like that?
It seems to be flowing into the floors and all the... at your best guess, with that high arcana roll, it's fueling the magic of this entire place.
Oh, I found the engine room.
Take it for a spin.
No.
Oh, well.
Well, should we turn it off?
I don't know if that's wise. If we turn it off, it might just snap back to wherever it originated from, and I don't want to be trapped wherever that is. And plus, I have no idea how to turn it off, and given that this is probably the heart that was mentioned on that scrap of paper, you can bet your derriere it's got like 12 or 13 different layers of wards on it.
That's assuming that whoever harnessed it was like whatever aura is on it that were to protect it before didn't protect it when the person took it.
Ugh.
I don't know. It's up to you, Locke. Says Young. Young, her roguey mind is really tempted to try to take this thing, but
Honestly, at this point, I'd rather not fuck with things we don't understand. So unless there's like some journal somewhere that'll explain all of this to us, I think it'd be best if we just leave. I was able to blow out a window, so we have a way out.
we also have a balcony that may be a way out too.
Right.
Is there... Wait, the statues are on these pedestals?
These statues are around these walls. These pedestals are empty, and they may look like they're a little higher in the image, but in the area that you guys are in, they're all flat onto the floor.
What? So how big are these statues?
These statues here are about as big as a normal person. Average person, considering they look like teenagers.
Wait. Okay. So the pedestals are the same height.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask, what was the statue up here? Like at the top of the cathedral?
In the center?
Yeah.
You never went and looked at that one.
So we're just gonna go look at it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's just, we got these two phrases and it's driving me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I will, while we're sitting here just before Silver runs off, I will regale that there might be another room that we could check, but also that it might have like a conjuration trap attached. Over in the library, namely.
Okay.
So if we want to explore some more, we can, but just be wary there might be a threat involved.
And what was it with in the room again with the that leads down to the dormitories?
There was a statue in those dormitories. You didn't really look at it too much, though it did appear to be slightly.
But I thought you said there was like other
yes
things in here.
There was little like markings and inscriptions on the floor that appeared to be slightly arcane in nature. Locke never looked at those. And then there was
Those
a
could be
statue.
teleportation circles.
And there was statues that in the back that looked vaguely celestial in nature. So you're looking at this statue up here?
Yes.
Alright. The statue up
Do
top.
I see any? Is there any
is-
writing?
There is writing.
Locke.
The writing's in common. The writing on the
Uses
statue
map
up
as
top.
food.
Get your.
Even as
Wait,
you call
what?
him, even as you call him, you see that the writing below. You like instinctively like. I see some writing on the statue. I'm probably gonna need Locke. But then as you turn back to look, you realize that the writing in the statue on the statue is in common.
Okay, what does it say?
The same thing that the little plaque did. Headmaster Azalak. And you see that the person on the statue appears to be a very lanky, vaguely elvish, but the features are much harder. For you, Sam, Headmaster Azalak is a Githzerai.
Okay.
So it's a statue of a Githzerai with the name Headmaster Azalak below it.
Can I poke it?
Sure. You poke it. It's solid stone.
Nothing behind it.
Nope. Well, roll investigation. 7. Nope. Nothing.
7. Okay. Never mind, Locke. Can we go look at that door?
You mean the secret one?
Yes.
Sure. Let's make sure everyone's together, though, just in case there's like a trap. I'd rather not tangle with a trap without everyone present.
Alrighty. So everybody's over here.
Yep, yepper, schnapper, bupper.
Uh-huh. So, who wants to attempt to move the bookcase?
I volunteer
Or just-
Bjorn. He's in front.
Volunteering me?
Yes, you also have like 72 hit points.
I mean, you're not wrong. So, okay. Yeah.
So,
I will
Bjorn.
attempt to open this boy.
Alright, so roll for me strength. Yeah, these bookshelves are
No,
heavy.
no. Yeah, man.
Yeah, let me give it
Real
a shot.
sturdy.
I need...
You
I
need
would like to
redemption.
try.
Go ahead. 23. There we go. After a bit, you sort of get your fingers in between as best you can, and you slide the bookshelves to the side, and they actually do move. Boop. And there's a door.
Door!
The door is not locked. Seem to be blocked more with the magic and other such things, and you can go into the room behind. This room holds a desk and a table, and it seems almost like a meeting room of sorts, but there's not very many chairs, so maybe it's a meeting room of like a single person or a couple people. It also very well could have been a place that people were put away in isolation, sort of a detention room, if you will. As best as you can tell, there's a desk in the center here, and then there's another what looks to be sort of chest of drawers or something of akin on this side that has 2 little candles on to the side. And on top of the desk, just plain as day, is a tiny little wooden box. It's almost like a jewelry box. You see it without even having to try. They're all clearly and apparent in this room. There's also more stained glass and windows and things going on this side down here.
Locke would like to check the chest of drawers.
Okay, roll investigation.
Investigation.
Um,
I find
So-
the desk.
so you open up the chest of drawers, and it's like, when you know those scenes when people sort of pull their hands in their pockets, pulling out, and there's moths and nothing. It's kind of like that, but mostly dust. It's just and there's nothing there.
Okay. No. I'm gonna go look at other shit. I'm gonna go look at the jewelry box instead.
Jewelry box is
Someone
over
else
here.
handle the chest of drawers.
So jewelry box. You have your detect magic going?
Yes.
Your slight conjuration aura that you were feeling was not coming from the door. It was coming from this box.
Ah, this is the conjuration. What's it? Okay. Huh. Can I tell if it's like a trap or an enchantment that like would need to be directly activated? Like, is it like an enchanted item inside the jewelry box that can conjure something, or if I open the lid, will it conjure something? Can I deduce that with an Arcana check?
You can deduce that if you roll Arcana. Yes.
14. I
14.
doubt that's enough, but is it?
As best as you can probably figure, the box is not really resonating the aura. It may be what's inside the box.
I would check-
And
I'll ask Young to check the box for traps.
y'all will roll investigate. Check the box for traps.
Dungeon Master's been rolling really well, and we have not.
Uh-huh. Says the person who's helping somebody do investigation that has a 0 in the skill. 11. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be trapped to me.
I go open it.
Okay, you open it. The box opens up without a problem. There's no weird magic-y anything that goes off, or any sort of trap at all. And inside the box is a very ornate golden key, just sitting like on top of this velvet. It's very pretty and very fancy. It's just this little golden key that's sitting on top of the box, or on top of the little velvet that's inside the box.
I will pick it up with Mage Hand.
To borrow a thing from Cad, we get a no. Anyway, you pick up the key. It is very much the key that is giving off the conjuration aura, though it does not seem to be doing anything when you touch it or pick it up.
Okay. I'm using Mage Hand to carry it, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so this key is what's emanating the conjuration aura. Anything in that desk, anyone?
Somebody want to search the desk?
11.
Nothing really appears to be in the desk.
Don't you want to search the desk with your foot?
Nah.
Investigation. I'll see myself out. Jesus, I hate myself for that.
Mm-hmm.
That is horrible.
Alright. Well, you seem to have investigated most of the rooms in here. Best as I can tell, says Oak.
Yeah.
So we have a key, we have a weird orb that's probably some sort of heart. And we have, what was those messages again? The Queen's slaves must be freed and the Dreamcatcher must rise? Something?
I think so. Does anyone have any idea what those words mean?
What words?
Does anything in the library talk about it?
The phrases that we found scattered throughout the cathedral. You know, like up in the big room with like the Dreamcatcher must rise and the slave or whatever must be free.
I don't know. I mean, we could look at that. Actually, that's a good point. Let's, Oak's sort of like, I'm kind of curious. Let's all take a look in the library and see what we can find. This library is interesting. Wouldn't you two agree? He sort of looks at Bjorn. He sort of looks at Oak.
Yeah.
Or Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Silver.
Yeah, it...
Huh?
You know many, 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 many languages. We've established
I
that.
do. This is probably going to give me, like, a headache of, like, constantly changing.
No, it's not, actually, because it's very specific. Which language is Silver most comfortable with when it comes to reading? Or which language would she typically associate with, like, high levels of magic?
Celestial.
Okay, that makes sense. That's sort of what I was hoping for. As you go into this room and start looking through all the books, for a moment the books are in common, as best as you can tell, but even as you're looking at them, they shift and it's like common, draconic, celestial. Boom.
Why are they changing?
I know, right?
Uh,
Magic gets fucky in here, I guess.
I guess take a look.
And Bjorn, I don't think we established very much what sort of languages you know. I read up a thing that said that, like, since you have a sort of tribal and sort of military-ish sort of a background that you got going on, a lot of the times in fantasies stuff, the like rhetoric of march and things was done in Dwarven, because that was a sort of more war-based sort of language and gruff. But for you, since you grew up on Ibon, your gruff language was giant.
Ooh.
Because
Makes sense.
Ibon is filled with giants and such. So when you start looking at the books, it's like common giant. Boom.
Nice.
So, Looking through the book titles, as I described to Locke previously, there is all manner of magical books in here. Books about the Feywild, books about the creatures and flora and fauna of Iban, books about realms and dimensions and other sorts of things. Are any of you looking for anything specific?
I'm going to be looking specifically for the moon one, the moon phrase, anything related to that one.
Anything related to her? Yep.
Yes.
You do find a book about her.
Okay.
What was put in chat?
Comprehensive fucking library, I guess.
I mean, it's pretty easy to find, even with an 8. Considering all the languages shift to stuff that you can easily read. Yeah.
Okay.
So you find a book about that lists like greater deities, and it talks about the various different deities and things. Sort of affirms for you that the symbol that you saw outside was the symbol that you thought. Are you actually going to look through the book?
Sure.
So if you sort of peruse it for a little bit, you get the after a bit of searching through it, like investigation of 8 takes you a little bit, and you do find information about something called the Dreamcatcher. The information that you read speaks of a servant called the Dreamcatcher that assisted the goddess of dreams and moon and all that stuff, and it would assist her with her various different tasks of helping some of her charges through their nightmares and other such things. It was described as a creature that glittered in the moonlight and was to assist one to work through their dreams.
Hi, Luna.
Kind of, yeah. It talked about, the book also detailed that this creature was incredibly powerful, and legends say that the creature was assisting her for quite some time, and maybe a couple hundred years ago, the entity of the Dreamcatcher just vanished. No one knows what happened to it.
Okay.
You can do with that what you will. But you guys do have a potential way out.
Okay, remind me what the phrases were specifically. I want to add them to my notes.
The Lady of the Moon's slave must be freed, and the Dreamcatcher must rise.
I was looking at Lady of the Moon.
You were looking at a book about Lady of the Moon, and it talked about a servant that she had called the Dreamcatcher.
Okay.
And this servant that she had disappeared and was meant to help folks with their dreams. Alright, so what you guys gonna do?
I don't think there's anything else for us in here, so I don't want to fuck with the heart, so Locke is voting that we just leave once everyone has whatever books they want. Does anyone else want any books?
Yeah. Bjorn will snag one of the ones about the Feywild.
Okay.
It's gonna be tricky fellas sometimes.
It's worth noting that Locke, there are a couple different books on the Feywild. Locke picked up one that was more decidedly about the rulers and like stronger folks of the Feywild. But you could totally pick up ones that's about like the flora or fauna or other such things of the Feywild.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Bjorn, or not Bjorn, Cat, are you getting any kind of books specifically?
Did you say there's any that look like they have like holy symbols or anything?
Oh yeah, there's just like the book that Silver picked up that was talking about like deities and other such things. There are some very religiously and magic-y books, that are here as well. If you're looking for a deity specifically or anything of a specific nature, you'll have to let me know. But on a general scope, you can get just about anything you want in here.
Actually, is there anything that actually discusses Loxodon on the continent? Or everything mostly magical?
It is magic, but I will give you that there is a book about the sort of a arcane religious take on the Loxodons, and speaks of maybe like their faiths and mantras and things like that, if you wanted to look into something like that.
Sure.
Okay. This particular book seems to speak of mostly of both Iban and on other continents as well, but it does feature prominently Iban. That seems to be a stronger epicenter of like Loxodon faith than like Gradiriel had.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, you can pick up that. That's fine. Oak sort of looks through, and he finds himself a book, and he'll sort of grab it, look at it for a second, sort of shake his head, and it's like so weird that it shifts around in languages like that. That's freaky. I wonder if it's going to do that outside.
Well, if it does, it'll be something for my mother to geek out over when we get home.
True. Okay, so Oak sort of grabs at a book and he sort of pockets it. And
Wait, was there... So there was something sitting on the pedestal in the other room, right? I mean, the altar.
in the altar room, yes, there was something sitting on the pedestal. It very clearly, quite possibly, would be the heart that was mentioned in the paper above. Or the paper before.
No one poked it.
No one poked it. No one messed with it.
Locke is advising strongly against messing with the magic artifact that we do not understand.
Just shove them in the bag of holding and run.
I don't think we want to do that.
Wait,
Oh.
Even the DM says it's a bad idea.
I mean, everybody knows that a person inside of a bag of holding is just going to kill them if they fit, or destroy the bag if they don't. So
You said there were artifacts, right?
there are artifacts in this building, yes. Just, and specifically, the book and the heart are quote-unquote artifacts that you can move around. Yeah.
and then there's the magic wizard book that just goes over, and like you can pick it up and move it around, but when you let go of it, it teleports back to its spot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I personally vote at this juncture that we just leave. I have no desire to hang out in this cathedral anymore, and I'd rather get back to what we were trying to do before it just showed up. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can.
but that's the thing. How did it just show up?
Honestly, I stopped trying to make sense of that when we all got dragged in by brainwashing.
That also.
I stopped wondering about how it got here when we were trapped inside and started worrying more about how to get out.
So can we go out a window?
I already
So-
broke one.
So I also, this is Oak speaking. I also wonder, sure that worm guy, whoever he was, seemed fairly strong and magical, but he hit all of you and messed with you. If it was him that was calling you, I don't know. That just seems, he doesn't seem that powerful to me. At least powerful enough to do something like that. There's something else at work here, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
Well, if we want to investigate the heart and see if that has anything to do with it, we can, but I advise extreme caution in doing so.
I'm gonna go poke it.
That's okay. Alright,
Well, actually, no. Let's go to the room up top and see, are those, like, the magical arcane stuff writing on the floor, are those teleportation?
We'll have to ask your resident magic-y person about that first.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay, what am I looking at?
what are these magical runes or whatever on the floor?
I'm gonna roll Arcana to see if I can deduce it. 18.
Yeah. The Arcana glyphs that's on these circles does appear to be of a, like, conjuration, probably teleportation-oriented variety, because technically conjuration works into teleport circles. These do very much remind you of the kind of teleportation circles that your mother uses, but much, much smaller and not so ornate. So they might very well be some form of teleportation circles.
Huh. Yeah, these might actually be teleportation circles. I have no idea where they go or how to activate them, but that's probably what they are. We can copy down their shapes if we want to show them to my mother when we get back to Yukiegi, and she might be able to give us some insights, but...
Sure, let's do that real quick.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back down the stairs again.
Locke, are you copying them
Okay.
down?
Yeah, I'll copy them down on some spare paper.
Roll me a wisdom check at advantage.
Alright. Advantage.
Okay. Good enough. 9.
9?
Okay. You copy them down just fine.
Okay.
Um,
And how many of these circles are there? 6?
6, but they all look vaguely the same. There's a few little minor differences to how the rooms are, but for the most part, all of them look very, very similar. You can copy down all of them, or you can copy down one, is basically what I'm saying.
I'm copying all of them down just in case. I know how detail-oriented wizardry is.
True. Alrighty. So, Silver, you're going to the room with the heart. Where are you going, Silver?
She's going to go back down there again.
Okay,
Sir,
back downstairs.
how is it, like, so... Is it just like one hallway that just leads to the rooms?
It would be a long hallway that sort of spans, like, going off in this direction when you go down. And then it's just a bunch of, like, interconnected rooms. Not quite as big as the building itself, but it's a bunch of, like, interconnected rooms and hallways. Sort of like the...
Is there any way she can make it towards, like, the furthest, I don't know, like, corner, like, of where the heart altar is?
like,
How
sort
far in that direction can she go?
You know, this is a sort of weird way to do this, but I would imagine that if survival check is used to make sure you don't get lost, survival checks also used to as a sort of spatial awareness, maybe. So roll for me survival.
Ooh, 18.
18. As best as you
I will
can,
survive.
as best as you can guess, when you are sort of wandering the halls down below, the furthest corner away from the stairs ends up being probably somewhere around here. It doesn't go all the way
Hold
down.
on, let me zoom out.
It doesn't
To
go all
where?
the way down. Like about right here.
Okay.
Sort of starting at the hallway that leads to the balconies and things.
She's going to attempt again to look for anything interesting.
Yep, this room and building appears to be more about being rectangular and sort of open. So roll for me investigation then.
12.
That's a little better.
A little better than last time.
So with a 12, you find it takes you a little bit. There's a bit of these dusty rooms and other such things. You do find in one of the rooms 2 things of interest. You sort of pick and choose your different rooms, sort of look through different ones, and eventually you will find that some of the rooms have glyphs similar to the ones that was up top, located in the rooms themselves. And you also find what appears to be, like, you know, the like the code reader things. It's like the things you get out, like the cereal box that's like helps you to translate a coded message and create your own coded message. Technically, it's called a cipher. You have what appears to be a cipher that on one side of it shows common, and the other side shows Gith. It basically.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a little like almost like a toy or a device of some sort that would allow someone who reads common to translate and read Gith.
She's gonna take that. Even though we have Eyes of the Roomkeeper, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Funny enough, that for what I designed this room and this place to be, being a school, this kind of item makes sense in a place like this, but is not useful to your group at all, because you have Eyes of the Roomkeeper.
If nothing else, it would be a good sell at a pawn shop.
Buy out bags of holding.
Then we leave through the window I blew out and marked with the red X.
Okay, we'll go try to climb out the window.
Who's going out the window first?
I'm gonna say Silver Bjorn, since we have, like, what, shields?
Yep.
And so we can knock the rest of the glass out of the way.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Alright. Silver, if you're going through it first, this would technically be a charisma save. Go ahead and roll for me a charisma save.
Oh no.
14. Oh, wait, no. That's not my save.
So 22.
I will
Silver,
always do that.
you sort of, like, crawl your way through the window. There's shards of glass and other such things. You've dealt with worse crap. You can't really... It doesn't bother you in the least.
Can I say, do I know something is taking effect for the charisma save?
Yes. As you sort of
Can I like, say something as soon as that happens? It's like, oh, this is not good.
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know.
Silver, you feel a wave of magic that sort of passes over you, and you feel like it pushes you back into the house, but you can push your way through it.
I can keep going through, but something makes me want to stay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Find the light and go towards it.
No.
No.
Why are you full of bad advice today, wise elephant man?
Because Wise Elephant Man did not get very much sleep. Sorry.
That's fine. So Silver, gonna go on the way through?
Do you want me to keep going through?
I guess?
Okay. Is it high enough that I can reach my arm through?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stand on the other side and hold my arm through. Be like, okay, grab my hand.
Okay, Bjorn next, I guess. He's the second in line.
She goes out that window and pops in another window in another hall.
No.
That would suck. That would suck.
All right.
Real quick, do I look around me? Am I in another hallway?
Roll perception.
Oh, Jesus.
You need roll percent. Is it that dark?
2.
Oh my god.
We're all about the mighty one roll.
Best as you can tell, Silver, you are outside. You feel cold. You feel snow. It's snowing a bit more than it was when you initially walked in. You get the sense that you are, in fact, outside. As best as you can tell.
Best. All I know is I'm outside. Don't worry, it's outside. We're good to go. Just grab my hand. We'll pull through. And if you get with the magic, we just keep pulling you through.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, shall we?
Alright, so Bjorn, you going next?
Yeah. Gotta make the charisma save too?
Yep, charisma save. Which you would have a +4 because you have Silver nearby. So,
An additional +4.
there's 7, so 20 total.
It's pretty solid.
Alright, so you sort of feel that wave of magic pass over you, and it sort of pushes at you, but Silver's able to get you through, and now you're outside.
Alright.
It's a bit
My
dark,
turn.
but you're outside.
It was nighttime.
It was nighttime, yes.
Alright, Locke's turn. Yoink me.
Oh, yep, definitely yoinking.
Alright.
Yep.
So, Silver,
Yeah.
roll for me a Yeah. You're sort of pulling at him to try to get him through. Roll for me
Uh-huh.
a strength save.
Straight strength?
Strength save.
Oh,
Can
Ow.
she get advantage because
Bjorn?
Bjorn is helping?
Yeah, they should be able to help her out, right?
Not strength check, strength save.
Oh.
oh, save.
Yes.
Well, my save is an 8.
You can roll it.
So
you can roll it again because I'm going to say that Bjorn gives you advantage.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
There you go.
No, can I just, like, fling him away?
Anyway. So here's what we get. We get a moment where Silver reaches in, she grabs Locke's hand, she starts to pull him through. Locke, you get the sense that this magic aura is definitely going to push you back, and there's sort of this kind of a moment, and he starts to get away, and then Bjorn comes in to help, and Locke goes flying out the window and lands in the snow.
I just had to readjust my footing. I'm good. Next.
Who's going next?
Sure.
Cad, can you rage?
Wishna.
I don't know if that would help. I mean, it doesn't
Well,
help.
is it a charming effect that pulls him back?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
And besides,
Save.
that thing against
Oh,
charm and fear effects is something
he's
he gets
mindless.
anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, charisma save, Cad.
Okay.
So a total of 17.
Yep.
Alright. Are you raging?
No.
Okay. So, Silver.
Yeah.
Strength check with advantage. Or strength save with advantage. Because Bjorn. He would go flying back.
18.
Okay. That combined with the fact that Loxodons are not exactly like creatures, it's not near as aggressive, not near as aggressively as when you pulled Locke through the window, but you do manage to get Cad through the window. Cad, roll for me a D2.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is kind of contested, isn't it?
Did it roll?
Oop.
Okay, so
Who do I land on?
you pull forward and you land on top of Bjorn.
Oh no.
He sort of helps pull you forward, and then you're tumbling, and then you're on Bjorn.
Oof.
Are you okay?
Next,
Next is Oak. Okay.
You do 19. Okay. So it sort of pulls at him a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, that's not a good thing. I think I got it." And he makes his way on through, and he's fine.
Okay, and the last one, Young.
Last but
Young
not
shouts
least-
out, "There can only be one!" And she runs off into the middle of the building.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Poor Young. Oh, 17.
Not shitty.
15, 16, 17. Unfortunately, I put the save on it at 18, so strength save, Silver. Okay.
22.
It would have technically had advantage, but that's fine.
I know, it's just like, oh, I forgot to hit advantage.
So, yeah, you pull free, and you guys are free and outside, and it's snowy, and you're outside in the thing.
All right, let's go back to the hut. With a blanket or...
Can we move the hut further away?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can. Yes, we will.
Do we still have the books that we took?
I checked for the books.
You do still have the books that you took.
I
Ooh.
still have the books.
Okay.
Alright, so, since it is, fairly late, I will give you, you pull out, you're out of the place, Everything's fine. You make your way away a little bit. And as you guys are making your way out, you is anyone going to take a look back at the mansion?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pretty much everybody does. Alright. So
we get drawn back in.
no. No, but I might say it might be arguably worse.
Oh, no.
You fucker.
So, first
We
of all,
look over our shoulder and see it disappear in the distance. As we look forward again, we see that we're walking back into the front door. Wait, what?
Are we walking in space? Are we in another location?
No, you're not. This is just a snowy area and snowy map.
Okay.
Snowy initiative and snowy cliffhanger.
So you have your hut is probably over here somewhere, a little ways away.
Mhm.
And as you are pulled away and you start to make your way out, you get probably a good 40, 50 feet away, start to turn around to look back, and the entire mansion shimmers, shudders, and then does this weird, like literal weird explosion, imploding thing. Shrapnel and glass and whatnot goes spraying well into like hundreds of feet away.
We picked
Roll
a
dex-
good time to leave.
Roll dexterity.
I'm going to cover Yang.
Roll
just like
dexterity
protection.
save, everybody.
Dexterity save.
Oh, that's a 7
11.
for silver.
Oh no. There have been
No,
so many
no,
rolls of
you
11.
have a 15.
I'm giving Young advantage on her dexterity check because
All right,
Silver's
because of the
helping.
Okay. Yeah, remember +4s.
Right.
So silver has a 7.
Silver has a 7. Locke has a 15. 24, 19, 24, and then we have an oak.
Oak.
17. Alright. So, everyone who is not got any higher than a 15.
Yeah, just me.
Anyone who is not silver, you are going to take...
We are going to take half damage. Except for me, I'm going to take full.
Yep. As the shards of glass spray out everywhere, kaboom!
Ow!
So 27 damage to Silver, and then 13 damage to everyone else.
Ow.
Ow!
And
Well,
We should have grabbed that wizard's book and jumped out. Damn it.
well, we picked a good time to leave, if nothing else. Ow, my skin.
now,
Is that it? Is it done throwing a hissy fit?
shrapnel goes everywhere, the house sort of explodes, and then as fast as it explodes, the shrapnel that didn't hit you guys just sort of spins back and goes back towards where it came from. And a nice, lovely beast is going to appear. That.
My lord.
What?
What?
The 7-colored fuck is that?
Wait. Is that a... That is... Oh.
Ooh, he looks friendly, doesn't he?
Wait. The guy said he figured out how to harness the heart.
Hey.
Was the heart to that thing?
As best as you guys can tell, based on the image that I just showed you, and as far as descriptions, this
Silver
creature,
get...
this creature entity looks like some sort of stained glass golem. It is this huge, vaguely humanoid-shaped creature that is made out of stained glass. And
Fun.
it is roaring and angry. I'm going to give us an initiative check that we're going to roll when we come back next session. Not this time.
Oh no!
Okay. Well,
I've used most of my spell slots.
so did I.
I've used all of mine
And get them back.
because I have 2.
Just hold up a finger. Hold up a finger to the monster and say, "Wait, I need to rest first."
You give me like an hour,
That's fine.
and then
I'm starting
we'll
with
fight you.
64 damage. That's awesome.
I will point out that there's no shame in running. You guys are now not trapped anywhere. You're outside.
Right.
And hey, if we do decide to fight, he's made of glass, so he should break real easy.
Yeah, but we also saw the glass just completely form him, so I imagine there might be a regeneration factor. Anyways, are we rolling the initiative now and just coming back to it next week, or are we rolling it next time?
We're rolling it next week.
No, we're running now. Or
I'm gonna put
initiative next week?
I'm gonna put initiative next week because I've
Okay.
gotten tired of the prospect of having to roll initiative for things right at the end of things when I wanted to have combat right at the beginning. So we'll roll initiative right at the beginning.
Okay.
So, leading that, the closing out thing.
Did any of us get picture books while we were in a library?
What? No?
I was going to
I
say, if
would've-
there's picture books, can we tell if this is the Dreamcatcher?
I would imagine that the only one that would probably get a picture book would probably be Cad, because that seems like a thing he would do. But
Loxodon and you. It has like no words. It's just a bunch of pictures of happy Loxodon.
anyway, so I will give closing out to this has been Shadows. I will give to David, and then join us next time. I will give to Sam.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Come in next time where we sit there and try not to get cut up by this stained glass golem thing.
Awesome monster design, I will say.
Yeah, it is cool. I wonder if we can talk to it.
Probably not.
You pissed off a whole building.
I pissed off a building. That is going on out of context.
Yep. So it'll be great.
Paladin to the Warlock, you pissed off a building.
You circumvented my escape the dungeon puzzle room. The puzzle room rolls initiative.